Hello beautiful crafty people, Michelle here and welcome to my makery. How you been? What you been doing? I've got a few things to show you today. I'm quite excited. It's I know it's been more than a week, so it's probably not as productive as I feel like I have been, but let's get started, shall we? Oh, first, thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. I really appreciate you, and I can't believe how much my channel has grown in the last little wee while. So that giveaway is coming, I promise. It's coming. I just got to get my together. All right, so I'm going to start with hats. We'll start with hats. I made some more hats to send to KK and Kristin. So, as per usual, the end's not woven in. So I made this one. It's just a basic double crochet beanie with a back post, front post border, ribbing. Okay, so there's that one, and that's an adult's sized hat, but I mean it will fit a child, but it stretches to fit on my buff head, so I have quite a large head. And this is another one. The yarn for this is just a cheap from the discount store yarn, and I think I used 3.75 or a 4 on those. This one here, same deal, just double crochet, front post, back post, and of course the end's not woven in on that one either. Ooh, that feels manky. I think the cat was chewing it. Oops, I'll trim that off. Anyway, this yarn is from a millioned bag. So this yarn was from a millioned bag from Spotlight, and I actually got in the million bag, I think there were 4 decent sized balls in there, and one ball got these 2 hats, and this one is a bit bigger, and this one is Alpine Stitch, but basically same concept, and there's that much left. So yeah, I do like this yarn. So yeah, there's my hats. 2 of those. Next finished object. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it was a very long day at work today. I felt like it went for weeks. It was quiet, very quiet. So it dragged on and on and on and on. Yesterday was really busy though, so today kind of evens it out, but yesterday went really fast and today did not. Anyhow, the next finished item I have is for the Amigurumi World Tour 2024, which has been hosted by Cassandra over at craftablyeverafter. And the international project for last week was the bunny. So this is my bunny. It's all finished. I embroidered the eyes and I did them in brown with green on the outside, and they look kind of freaky and a bit strange, so I may redo them yet, but it's finished. It's kind of, I don't know, but that's my bunny. I didn't put the felt on it. Not a lot of people did. So this is out of, sorry, I'm flipping all over the place, the book Whimsical Stitches by Lauren Espy. So that's what I've done. Sorry. Oh, sorry. We'll be going back to this book. Oh, I buggered up my lighting again. We will be going back to this book when I go into my works in progress. So the yarn I used for the bunny is Spot Saver Prints, and the colour, hang on, I have another one there, let me see what it's called. It's this one. It's Spot Saver Prints 10 ply by 4 Seasons. Oh, it's not Marvel, it's 4 Seasons. Sorry, I got that wrong. 238 meters per ball. It's a 10 ply, which I think is like a worsted weight yarn, and the colour is tweed, so that's that one. And then the brown is just a 10 ply in brown. It's the Spot Saver or the Best Value, one of those. Sorry, I don't have the ball in here with me. It's downstairs in my work bag. So anyway, that's that one done. And I used a 4mm hook on that. Right, next finished object. There's 2 of them. And that is my squares for another cow. And this is the A Year of Granny Squares cow, which has been hosted by Jenni at InmysparetimeCrochet. And this book is A Year of Granny Squares by Kylie Moleta. Now, so far, I've only done 2 squares, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And so our first square was this one called Spring Kite. So that's our first one. And for all my squares, I'm using Marvel DK 8 ply yarn. And I think I've chosen 7 colours. And for the whole blanket, I know in the book she has a palette for each season. And the book's broken into 4 seasons. But I've decided, excuse me, to just pick a palette to use for the entire blanket. And I had most of this yarn already from, I'd chosen to make a blanket for myself because I love these colours. And those were the colours I'd chosen. Apart from this one, this is one I put in because I didn't have enough colours. I'd only had, I think I had 2 of these different shades and then the 3 purpley colours. So that light one there and that greeny one there are extras I pulled in, but I do show that on a previous video. So anyway, this is the second square. Isn't that beautiful? Sorry, my ends are not woven in, but that is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And they're gonna look nice together. That's why I've gone with just the palette of 7 colours, because I went through the whole book and counted how many colours we used in each square, and the most colours used in one square was 7. So that's why I've chosen 7 colours. And so hopefully they will all work together. So the next square, sorry, I'm tired. I seem to be constantly tired these days. Is anyone else constantly tired? No matter how much sleep I get or anything, I'm constantly tired. So this is the next one we'll be doing. It's called Rose Hip. So I've picked out which of my 7 colours. Oh, sorry, I blew the light out again. Come on, lighty light. Come on, lighty light. No? Okay. Anyway, I've chosen, I think you need 3 colours for that one. I have chosen 3. Why is my light not working? Come on. And I'll probably start that tomorrow, which will be Friday. I have the morning off tomorrow. Okay. I was about to say that's all, but it's not. So my next finished object, there is multiple of them. Now, if anybody watched my video where I was asking for help, that was in regards to Mental Health Awareness Week, which is coming up at the end of September in New Zealand. And where I work, we quite often have different events for the community where they can come and everything is free, and we do different things, art, craft, play games, or just different things. Anyway, so for Mental Health Awareness Week, we are going to be providing yarn, knitting needles and crochet hooks, and then teaching people how to make their own fidget toys. But also we will have there some fidget toys. So for the people who don't want to or can't, sit down with us and learn how to make one, we can give them one to take away. So this week I have made some worry worms, and I've made 5 of those. So, and this is all just out of scrap yarn that we had at work, that's been donated. A lot of it was donated by me last year for Worldwide Knit in Public Day. So, and I'm not putting eyes on them because I don't know how old the people will be who will be having these, and I didn't want there to be a choking hazard. So these are the ones I've made. Yellow, and then pink and yellow. A lot of the yarns that we had were very thin, and so I'm holding two together a lot of the time. So there's the worry worms, and then I made a fidget, a Mobius. You know, the one where you pull the thing out and it just keeps pulling, and it just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling. And there's an end I need to weave in, but it just keeps pulling, and there's never an end. Never. This one I put a little picot on the edges to just give it a bit more texture, and it's, yeah, it's just scraps. But so there's that one, and then I made this one, which same, you can see better with this one, same concept. It just pulls and pulls and pulls, and there's never an end, never ending. And people just find it fascinating. They just sit there and play with it. I've had these sitting on my desk at work, and people come to talk to me, and they'll just pick one up and then they'll just start fiddling with them. So they're definitely good. And then I made one with a clip in it. Actually, no, I made more than that. I must have left them at work. So is that one? I think I've shown that one already. No, that one is knitted. And then this is a marble one, and it's knitted. It's just got a marble in there. You know, you just fiddle with it. And these get fiddled with all the time. And then I made some more marble ones. So I made that one. And I made that one. And it is different. See? And then that one. And then that one. Look a bit like pills. But I don't recommend you try and swallow it. And then a pink one, blue and yellow one, and then this one. So that's all my finished objects for today. See? Yay! So that's all my finished objects. Now, if anybody would like to send me a fidget toy that they have made, or a crochet hook, preferably around a 3 to 4 millimeter, maybe 4.5, that would be great. And my P.O. box will be in the description below. I will be forever grateful. Thank you so much. Alrighty, moving on to what else I've been working on but haven't got finished. So because I finished the bunny, I wanted to do another amigurumi. So I was looking online, I was like, no, Michelle, you can't do that. Look at all these books you have. Look at all these books. And have you used all these books, Michelle? No. No, you have not. So I was like, right, I'm going to grab a book and I'm going to choose something to make out of that. So the book I chose was this one. It's Toft Dinosaurs. And the dinosaur I chose is this one. The Tyrannosaurus. His name is Gregor. Gregor the T-Rex. But is my T-Rex green? Of course not. Of course not. I decided to use some of the yarn I got in my Wool Warehouse haul. So this is King Cole Drifter for babies. Okay, and that is in the colour Chalk Ice. It is a DK yarn. It's very soft. It is 60% 9% premium acrylic, 25% cotton, and 6% wool. Now I am allergic, or I react to wool, but not that much with this. I did get a bit of a rash, but not too bad. Not too bad. Anyway, so what I have done is he has a body which looks like a deflated balloon. But that's his body. I need to stuff it with his puku. He has 2 legs. He has 2 arms. And I'm just about finished his head. Okay, now the thing with this dinosaur is it has a split jaw. I've never made an amigurumi with a split jaw before. So it finishes here, and that's the bottom jaw, sorry. And this is the top jaw that I'm working on currently, right? But then it tells you to sew them together. Am I the only one confused by that? Why would you sew 2 separate pieces and then sew them together? I don't know. There must be a method to their madness. We will see when it's finished. There must be a purpose to it. The one thing I don't like about this pattern is I have to sew the head to the body. I mean, I do like these patterns, but there's lots of sewing. Head to the body, body to the legs, arms to the body. I'm just glad he doesn't have spines down the back, because that would really do my head in. So hopefully I should have him finished shortly. But I got a wee bit distracted with other things. Yeah. So anyway, that's that one. That's one works in progress, is my Gregor the T-Rex. My next work in progress is my next project for Whimsical Stitches for the Amigurumi World Tour 2024. Now, I'm only doing the projects that show up in the international one, because I didn't want to be making 2 of everything. And so our project is the tomato. And this is my tomato. It's massive. And I mean, they recommend a 4 weight. So that's going to be huge. Absolutely huge. Like, you could have 1 slice of this tomato on a sandwich. I wouldn't recommend it. It would be disgusting. But if it was a real tomato, it's really... Oh, I suppose it's not that big because I have really small hands. Chubby little hands. But small. My hands were the same size as my 10-year-old nieces. Yep. Anyway, so no, it's not a strawberry. I just said that because I just saw a strawberry. So that's what my brain said. That's not what I meant. Tomato. The tomato, that's what it's going to look like. But I'm not putting faces on mine, on my food, because that's weird. And because I'm giving them to a small child for her play kitchen, so I don't want there to be any issues with safety eyes. So, and plus I don't want to scare the child with her food having faces. Right, so there's one more thing I've been working on. I know I've been busy, hey. Don't look at my house though, because I've not done any housework for a long time. So the next project, I've been inspired by Terry at Yarn Joy Podcast. She's been doing Finish It Friday. I don't have the dedication to do something like that every week, but I've decided to go through my projects, my unfinished projects, my UFOs, and see if I can find something I wanted to work on and get finished. And then once I finish that, I will pick another one. But I'm not putting a time limit on myself. I want to get them done. So I pulled out a baby blanket that I started working on while my father was ill, before he passed away. It was one that I would take with me when I would sit there with him and I would work on it. the first incarnation of the blanket got put aside because I found the pattern too complicated to concentrate on, and so I just started doing a double crochet for 2 rows, and then like a double crochet chain 1 for a row, and then double crochet for 2 rows. So this is what I've been doing. So this is my blanket. Now when I picked it up again, I was up to here, so I've only done that much. But I think with everything else I've been doing, I think it's pretty good considering I work all day, every day, feels like, doesn't it? I feel like all day, every day. This is really nice and soft and squidgy. This is a Karen skinny cake, and I think I'm into the second cake, because when I picked this up to work on it again, there was just a little bit left and it was in a tangle. So I'm pretty sure that's why I put it down, because there was a tangle and I didn't want to deal with it. And also I think my father passed away. So, and I didn't do much for a while after that. So I spent last weekend about 4 hours untangling yarn. I know. I was just about ready to cut and run. And then I got that sorted and I was like, great. And then I decided to unravel the other part blanket that I had done so I could reuse that yarn for this blanket. And that took me like another 4 hours, because this yarn, while lovely and squishy, it catches on itself. I don't know if that's because that had been made up for over a year and then I was ripping it out. That could possibly be what the issue was. But so that was a lot of my weekend spent watching Netflix and frogging yarn, and then balling it up and trying not to get tangles everywhere. But I'm happy with the progress I've made so far on this blanket. Now, upcoming. What have I got upcoming? Well, of course I have to finish that tomato, and then there will be another project when the book gets to the next recipient. I have the granny square to make for Jenni's cow, the a year of granny squares, and I decided, why not? Why not do another cow? Because, you know, you got nothing better to do. So I decided to join Litsa from KK Crochet on her cow, which is called Through the Decades Cow 2024, I think. I will find out for sure and put it in the description box below. But Litsa's plan is that, and I'm running behind now because it's the middle of August. So for August, it is a pattern from or inspired by the 1950s. And then September will be the 60s. October will be the 80s. And November will be the 90s. It's only a 4-month cow. So I was quite excited. I thought, right, I'll get all my vintage books out. And I realised my books aren't as vintage as I thought. Most of them, I found one from the 60s, and the rest of them really were from the 70s or 80s. So I was like, what am I going to do for the 50s? And I decided, did I bring it with me? Of course not, because I'm an idiot. I would have left it downstairs. Oh no, there it is. I decided I'm going to make, can you see that? They call the midwife blanket. Because the series is set in the 50s. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a Call the Midwife blanket. Now, I wasn't going to make it for anyone in particular, but then I thought I do have a new baby to make for. Well, the baby's not here yet, but it's coming in Christmas. So I thought maybe I will use my Flinders cotton in the colour Silver and make that Call the Midwife blanket. I still am not 100% sure if that's what I will do, because I'm wondering if those holes, I don't know. What do you think? Or should I use a thicker yarn? Because this, I mean, it's called an 8-ply, but it's very thin. See? So, but it's nice soft cotton. Come on, focus, yeah, there we go. So I'm thinking that's what I will do for that. It's the cool, well, I will make the Cooler Midwife blanket, but I'm still not 100% sure whether I will make it in the cotton, which will be thin and take ages, or if I will make it in the thicker yarn. We will see. But so that's what I've got coming up, plus my other blanket. And I will mark off where I'm up to and see how far I get in the next week. Probably not too far, as I do have these other projects to do. I want to finish my dinosaur, make my tomato, do my other square, and my start on this Cooler Midwife blanket, because I only have a little while to get that done. And I was considering doing a market this weekend, but I'm just not ready for it, and the weather here is supposed to be atrocious, so I'm not going to be doing that, but I will probably have one next month, so I may need to do a little prep for that. I have to have a quick look at what I have in stock and see what else I need to make, and then I need to start on my Christmas list. I might do that in my next video. Tell you what I'm going to be making for Christmas for everybody, because I haven't decided yet. I have to write a list. I'm very good at writing lists. I'm not very good at taking them with me when I go shopping though, or remembering where I put them, but I'm very good at writing them. Okay, I don't think I have anything else to tell you or share. Oh, I do want to say a great big thank you to Marsha at MimiMakesKeepsakes for a shout out. Thanks, Marsha, I really appreciate it. And Jenni InmysparetimeCrochet, she shouted me out as well, and I really appreciate that, Jenni, and also Litsa at KK&Kristen. Thanks, guys, I really, really do appreciate it. I'm sounding like a broken record. I'm sorry, I said that so many times. It's weird. Anyway, thanks. And thank you all for stopping by and spending some time with me this evening. Sorry if I'm a bit cuckoo. I'm tired. I'm going to go put my jammies on now and have a cup of tea and go to bed. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.